But we'll Dynamax Cradily, and hopefully Dynamax Cradily will be able to give us a show with the Slowking. So boys and girls, James Beck here, a 2020 international champion, third place at the 2019 World Championship, here today to try out a new team in Series 7 where we're going to be playing some Battle Stadium doubles ladder, and we're going to be playing a few games and trying out this brand new team featuring Slowking and Cradily, which I feel like is a really cool combination. I don't know if many people have explored it, but I really think Slowking's a bit underrated, although Urshifu is quite a common Pokemon. I think Slowking can be really good, and I really do want to try out Cradily because Storm Drain I think is a really cool ability. And I do think it has potential, especially with like a new Meteor Beam to help it out, especially with the power up set. We've seen Nihilego accomplish a lot with it. And yeah, I'm excited to try it out. If you do enjoy this kind of content, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below, as it really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to subscribe. And if you are currently think you're subscribed, just double check to make sure you are. But otherwise, we're going to be playing some games and see how it goes. Let's get started with today's episode. Our first opponent is Astro running, all right, an interesting team. We have Tornadus, Indeedee, Rotom-Wash, the Incineroar, Metagross, and Tyranitar. Okay, interesting stuff. Scrafty I actually really like as a lead here. Yeah, I do like Scrafty as a lead here potentially. Yeah, I do like it. What do I think? I think Cradily is a really good here. Look at Cradily and their team. It's super solid overall. I do like Slowking I think as a lead and Scrafty as a lead because I do like the fake out pressure, although they could lead Indeedee. I'm not sure if they're gonna bring it. I do really want Cradily in the back. I think Cradily sweeps. The last Pokemon's questionable because I kind of like Marowak, but I also like Metagross because I think Metagross can sweep their team as well. But I'm kind of leaning towards Marowak because I think their own Metagross is a little bit tough to handle, which is a problem. You know what? I'll just go with Marowak just in case, because Flare Blitz still does a lot to Metagross, even with Dynamax. So I think overall I should be okay against it. Because as long as I avoid parking the weakness policy on Metagross, I think I should be okay, question mark. But we'll see how this goes right here. I do want to lead Scrafty because Tyranitar is probably the biggest threat. And if they lead Rotom, I do have fake out pressure against it. So let's see here. Going to be Tyranitar and Indeedee lead. Okay. I wonder if there's going to be like a fake out, lash out, which I think I should live with Colbur Berry and this Intimidate right here. So we will see the Indeedee setup. That's Psychic Terrain, not that big of a deal. Again, I do have that Colbur Berry, which should be able to help out immensely, as Tyranitar will be able to get the Sandstream up. By the way, today's comment question today is, have you watched a documentary? And if you have watched a documentary, let me know what your favorite documentary is. Mine, I'm currently watching the Super Smash Bros. Melee documentary, and I think it's really interesting. Like, a lot of the stories is really cool. So let me know in the comments down below, what's your favorite documentary? I think right here is a very safe Trick Room and a Lash Out play, which makes sense to me. And I do like that play. I want the damage on Indeedee. I do want to get rid of this Follow Me pressure that is coming out. I don't know if there's going to be a Dynamax, Max Darkness helping hand. That'd be completely fine because I should live with the Colbur Berry as mentioned before, especially with that Intimidate. So let's see. They're not exactly in the best spot here. We're just going to see Follow Me, and I'm guessing it's a Lash Out, which is fine because Slowking should be able to eat it up. It's not like a Wicked Blow or anything. Dragon Dance, interesting play. All right. So Dragon Dance completely fine by me because Lash Out I think should put the Indeedee into range of Surf, which I could Surf close combat the following turn and I think would be fine. So Lash Out gonna come out. Oh, that didn't do as much as I was hoping. Okay. And I get Trick Room up. Okay. Not terrible. Not terrible. Yeah. It's kind of a weird spot now because I'm pretty much forced to self-surf. Actually, what if I surf? Yeah, I could surf actually right here, I think. And go out into Cradily. Although if it's weak to spots to Tyranitar, that's a little bit scary. So I don't know if I want to do that. It's expendable here. I kind of just want to close combat. And I kind of want to switch out to Marowak because Marowak's expendable, I think. And yeah, I think that's a play. I'm going to close combat to Tyranitar. Maybe I should have just taunted the Indeedee, but I really want the damage into Indeedee because I don't want to follow me later in the game by it being healthy. So I'll bring out Marowak right here. It's not exactly super useful in this game. We're going to see the Dynamax come out, which is okay. This should probably be Tyranitar. It will kind of hurt right here, depending on what they decide to go for here, but at least I didn't proc their weakness policy, which is really big. And I can maybe get Trick 'em up later in the game as long as I efficiently handle this Tyranitar coming up. So let's see what they're going to go for. If they go for anything other than follow me, it's a big mistake, I feel like. They do just follow me, though, which is fair. It could have saw NDD protect, so close combat was the safest play regardless. Because if I attacked into protect, it kind of was awkward because they just followed me the next turn. And it's not really great for me. But yeah, I think I'll take that turn regardless. I didn't want to heal pulse. Surf was weird again because policy. The thing is, activating an opposing policy isn't exactly great for me. Steel Spike. Not what I expected. All right, so the Tyranitar gets a defense boost and it's life orb. Okay, so it's not policy. I don't have to worry about it. Okay, that's kind of helpful. Tyranitar's at neutral, so basically it's a neutral Dynamax. Okay, that's not nearly as bad to deal with other than policy, so that's fine. Rotom gonna come out. All right. I think I double. Do I even double up the Rotom? I think I go Cradily here. I think I go Cradily here. I think I close combat the Tyranitar slot. Since I know it's not weakness policy, I don't need the damage on Rotom because I'm going to Cradily. I can see them going for Darkness into Marowak plus Hydro Pump right here. I don't think they Steel Spike the Marowak slot. Hopefully they don't, unless they read the switch. I could have also retreated Scrafty, but I feel like Scrafty doesn't have much value. They could double protect here too, which would be a fair play from them. But let's see. They do Max Guard with the Tyranitar, which is the fair play. If they Geyser, it's the best case scenario for me, but they might Nasty Plot here. Yeah, they Nasty Plot. Okay, that's fair. I don't think that's a terrible turn. They've used 2 turns of Dynamax, and I feel like Cradily is actually in a pretty okay spot right here. With the Sand Up, I'm going to be pretty tanky right here for the most part. I should be able to go into Slowking here and just click Surf. I do live... Do I live 1 Max Darkness because of Life Orb? I feel like I should. And then I should be able to get the Rotom with the Max Overgrow, which I think I'll go for 100%. Yeah, and I'm just going to boost my special attack by 1 stage using the Slowking. And then afterward, if they target the Cradily, I have Heal Pulse on the Slowking, so I should be fine. And I should be able to knock out Tyranitar the following turn because the Dynamax is going to be over. The Overgrowth should be able to knock out their Tyranitar with the Grassy Terrain boost as well as the special attack boost, even throughout the Sand Spit Death boost that they get. So I think overall, this is the position I wanted. Like, I think this is an okay exception. Like, sure, I could have doubled up the Rotom, picked up the knockout, but really, was it really that big? I guess it was big if I wanted to really specifically deal with the Trick 'em turns. If they protect with the Rotom, it's not even that bad for me, realistically. So we'll see what comes out here. But we'll Dynamax Cradily, and hopefully Dynamax Cradily will be able to give us a show with the Slowking. So we will see no protects. All right, so I am able to get the Surf off. I am able to get the Storm Drain boost. Please. I mean, this should easily knock out Rotom, I feel like. And should knock out Tyranitar the following turn. Let's see. Overgrow going to come out. And we will be able to blow up the Rotom? Yeah, we blow up the Rotom. Okay, perfect. Let's see if they go for Steel Spike. If they have Quake, it gets a little bit questionable. I don't know if I actually knock out the Tyranitar. If I Surf again, I think I do. So I think I should be okay there. Let's see what they go for. Gonna be the Rockfall. Interesting choice. Not Steel Spike. Maybe they're afraid of Policy. But here we go. We're gonna see a Rockfall come out of Cradily. Not doing too much damage. It did a good amount, but overall Cradily able to tank it. And right here, let us see what their last Pokemon is. Because if their last Pokemon can't handle Cradily, yeah, it looks like pretty much a wrap right here. So this Tyranitar actually did look scary with the Dragon Dance. If it was Dragon Dance with like Knuckle, it would have been a lot more difficult, I think. But luckily, we should be able to handle this, I think. Let's see their last Pokemon though. Incineroar? Okay. That is fine. I do not mind that. My last Pokemon is Marowak, right? Yeah, it's Marowak. I mean, Marowak's unfortunately not helpful here, but it was good in case of Rotom. If they were able to get like Thunderbolts and stuff off to protect my Slowking. So I should be able to pick up a guaranteed knockout into the Incineroar slot with a Rockfall here, and I think I Heal Pulse. Yeah, I think I Heal Pulse because I think Heal Pulse makes it fine. It just covers Tyranitar Protect. Like, they could Fake Out Protect here. Normally, it's not Fake Out Protect. It's not really good play, but they can try to stall out their Trick 'em turns. I don't know if they have Protect though. Like, I really don't know, but I think overall, I just made sure I don't target it to Protect, and I think I get the maximum value. So here comes a Rockfall. Should be able to knock out the Incineroar. I guess if they Dragon Dance again, I don't know. I don't think that changes much. Maybe Iron Head knocks out Cradily after. They just Rock Slide. What's their set? Rock Slide. Huh. I don't know what their set is. So we know it's Rock Slide, Iron Head, Dragon Dance. We don't know the last move. We never saw the last move. So maybe I should have overgrown the Tyranitar because Steel Spike seems like a lot. Doesn't seem like it would be. I don't think if you have Steel Spike, you don't have Protect. So yeah, maybe it made more sense not to. I think the only way they can win those with a Rock Slide crit into Cradily as well as a flinch on Slowking. I think otherwise they have no chance of winning. So yeah, we'll just trick them up and go for the. As long as like a flinch doesn't happen on Slowking, we should be fine. Yeah, and I don't think the crit actually would have knocked out Cradily. So I think no matter what, we were okay. We will be able to get an Overgrow off into the Tyranitar, and Cradily just able to seal up the game very comfortably. As yeah, my opponent didn't really have many answers to Cradily, and Cradily was just able to do a lot of super effective damage, especially against common Pokemon like the bulky waters like Rotom-Wash and Tapu Fini. The Incineroar went down, and the Tyranitar also went down. So Cradily able to put in some work, which I was very happy about. Getting up Trick Room, I think, was pretty much the best thing I could have done. And yeah, I think my lead was fine. I think Helping Hand Lash Out doesn't knock out because of Colbur Berry. I was pretty much guaranteed to get to Trick Room up, taunt us, and stop me there. And yeah, just able to get the Cradily next to Slowking, start surfing away. And basically, Cradily was just able to clean up their team, especially since they used up their max moves. So yeah, very happy with that game, but we'll be moving on to the second game right now. Our second opponent, Joao, I don't know how to pronounce that. Wow, interesting. All right, so pretty much your standard Trick Room stuff. You got Torkoal, Sun, Sunroom with Torkoal, Dusclops, Glacier, Venusaur. Dragapult's an interesting combination on this team. I wonder if it's weakness policy because of Shadow Sneak from Dusclops. And then we got Conkeldurr, which was a favorite Pokemon early in the format, like really early in VGC 20, back like Series 1 and 3, but it kind of fell off after like Series 4 came along. So yeah, let's see here. Sun is kind of awkward, but I think Cradily should be able to beat Sun. The problem is that Glacier Air is a little bit concerning. I think overall, actually Marowak Kiss looks like a very good lead. I don't think they have great answers to Marowak plus Togekiss, because I just follow me like a Sleep Powder and Quakes. And yeah, I just do a ton of damage. So I do like Marowak here with Togekiss. I might Dynamax D and Marowak, because I think getting Trick Room up is still ideal against their team. Because Metagross isn't good against the... Well, Metagross is good against everything except maybe Dragapult and Torkoal. But I think it's good otherwise. But I think Slowking Cradily should be able to clean up the end game. Especially I like Slowking for Trick Room support as well as Heal Pulse, my Marowak, which I'm probably going to Dynamax early on. And then like it sets up for Cradily, and I think Cradily is still really good against this team. So yeah, we'll try this out and see how it goes. I'm hoping, because I think this kind of combination does do decent against Sun, but we'll see. Really depends on their answers right here. So let's see what they are going to lead here. Going to be the Dragapult Dusclops. Okay, so this is completely fine. I don't know if they're weakness policy, but if they are, I do have a Follow Me, which is really good here. I actually do think I just want to Dynamax right off the bat, because I do want to get rid of that Dragapult. So you know what? I'll go for the Phantasm. They don't have a Max Ghost switch in. Nothing switches into Max Ghost effectively. And I would just Follow Me. This is Phantom Force. I guess that makes me look like a fool, but that's not terrible. We're going to see Dragapult retreat here. Okay. Into what? Torkoal. All right. That's not too bad for me. I got a lot of damage into Torkoal, which I don't mind. And yeah, I do not mind that. So let us see what they're going to really do here. I think, does Max Flare and Sun do more, or does Max Ghost do more to the Dusclops? Because it's Sun boosted. It's kind of tough to say. I wonder what the... I'm pretty sure you're going to go for Trick Room at this rate. Like, I would assume if you're going to make this play, Trick Room is going to come out. I got to watch out, though, because I do got to be a little bit cautious of that, specifically the Dragapult in the end game, because Dynamax Dragapult could mess me up in the end game, so I got to make sure I preserve enough. We're going to get a Phantasm off into Torkoal. Big damage. If it's not Berry, I think it's in Gleam range, which is awesome. And we lowered the defense on Clops, so we should be able to knock out Clops guaranteed with Max Ghost the following turn. We do see Trick Room come out, but I think overall I just out-pressured them so much now, because I think Marowak's going to sweep in Trick Room, even if it's Glacier in the back. We're under the sun right now. So they're in a really awkward spot if it is Glacier in the back. I'm just going to Dazzle and Gleam and go for the Phantasm. Ally switch could be annoying though. I guess they could ally switch here with Clops, but they don't. Heat Wave gonna come out. Marowak avoids. I don't think that's a big miss, to be honest. Heat Wave on the Kiss is fine. Taunt? No, Nightshade. All right. So that's okay because I am going to be able to get a double knockout here, I think. And it's not looking good for them. It really ain't looking good for them. So I am able to knock out the Dusclops, which is amazing. One shot the Clops. That's really good, Marowak. That's really good. All right, goodbye Clops. And we will be able to get a Dazzling Gleam off into the Torkoal slot, which will pick up a knockout. I guess the question is who's going to be slower, the Glastrier or the Marowak? Because that's actually a big concerning factor for what's coming up here for my plays. I think Dragapult and Glastrier should be in the back. I'm guessing no Venusaur in this game, which is awesome. So the Dragapult going to come out. The Glastrier is going to come out. Yep, last Pokemon. I don't know if the Glastrier has Protect. It could Max Guard potentially. I think I want the Dragapult out though, because Dragapult is just, I think, the scariest Pokemon on their team realistically right now. I'm going to go for Follow Me, and I'm going to go for the Max Ghost into the Dragapult. I could also get the Defense lowered for Glastrier, assuming that Dragapult doesn't Dynamax and Max Guard, because otherwise I do get the guaranteed defense shot, which should put Glastrier in range of Flare Blitz 100%, as long as no Steel Spikes come out. So we will see a Dynamax. It is going to be Glastrier. Question is, do they Max Guard here to stall out the last turn Dynamax, which I could 100% see, or not? Because I think overall, what I'm trying to do is position myself to beat this Glastrier eventually. No protects from the Dragapult, so is it Sash? I think Sash would be the weird one, but I think that's fine. They still spike here, which is okay. So the Togekiss goes down. Not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. We will be able to get a Max Ghost off. They do get the boost though, which is a little bit concerning though. They do get the Chilling Eye boost, which is a bit terrifying, but we confirmed that Marowak's faster than the Glastrier, which is actually pretty huge. Gonna be able to get a Max Ghost off in the Dragapult, and it does look like it's not Focus Sash, so we do get that KO, which is pretty important because getting that Dragapult away solos the Glastrier or singles it out. And now what I can do is, I think I just go into Slowking, I reverse Trick Room, and I switch into my Cradily here for Marowak because I don't want it to take a Quake. Was the Glastrier a Life Orb? I forgot if we saw the item. No, it wasn't Life Orb, so that's actually pretty good. So I can go Cradily 100% here and reverse Trick Room. Yeah, because I want Marowak to get a powerful Flare Blitz outside of the Dynamax from Glastrier. And even if they KO Cradily here, I think that's fine because I just protect Marowak the following turn. So they do Quake into the Cradily. We will be able to survive pretty handily, which is very nice. And now we should be able to reverse Trick Room. I wonder if Glastrier is actually faster than Cradily, but I'm not 100%. As we will get the Trick Room off. So no more Trick Room from my opponent, and now we should be able to get a Meteor Beam off. Yeah, and this is pretty nice. If they Hailstorm, that means they don't have the defense boost, so that means Flare Blitz should KO if they get rid of the Sun. They don't have a defense boost, so I should still be able to knock them out regardless, and yeah, it feels pretty good. We should be able to get... I don't know what I even do with Slowking. I guess I just surf. I mean, it's not like Earthquake was doing anything here. Oh, they are faster than Cradily. Okay, good information. So they are able to knock out the Cradily, which is fine. I still have Sun up, so Flare Blitz should be able to pick up a KO. Unless it's a speed tie, and I've been playing for an entire speed tie. And hopefully it's not... I didn't misread the turns, right? To misread the speed turns? I don't think I did. No, because Steel Spike went before the Max Ghost. I'm pretty sure at least. Oh, Sun went away. That's fine. I'm pretty sure I just protect Surf now, actually, because even if they high horsepower to Slowking, I don't think it changes much, and I'd rather get the Surf damage off into the Glastrier at this point. Yeah. If they target my Slowking, I go for the Flare Blitz anyway, which is kind of what I had to do in the first place. So yeah, we'll protect Surf. Unless this Glastrier has something like Substitute, which would be really next level play. But I think we should be fine. So we'll protect here. They do go for the high horsepower in a Marowak, as we will get a bit of Surf damage off. And, you know, just getting the extra Surf damage off should put this range in Flare Blitz. And if not, it should put in range of another Surf, I would imagine. Yeah, a little bit of extra chip. Glastrier is at +1, but this is still a Marowak. Although Glastrier is pretty bulky, I can't complain. It is pretty bulky. We'll go for Surf, though. Yep, we are faster than Glacier. Let's see, can we get a knockout? Marowak, pretty strong with the Fit Club. We do pick up the knockout on Glacier. And that's going to be a double win for us today on the channel, which is amazing. Marowak, Glacier, Slowking, all doing some good work. And Scrafty was actually pretty handy as well. Pretty happy about that overall. So we are able to take 2 wins in today's episode with Cradily, Slowking, and the Scrafty, as well as our Marowak. So that's pretty nice overall. But yeah, that is awesome. If you did enjoy today's episode, be sure to leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. It really does help out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and just double check if you're subscribed if you think you are. You could also try out the team. Again, there's 2 weeks to grab. There's a rental code down below in the description, as well as a paste bin down below. You can go check out my Twitch channel where I do live stream. You can check me out on my other social media platforms. This is my Twitter and Instagram account. You can join my community Discord as well. We build for VGC and a bunch of other things there, and a lot of plans coming up for the future, so do stick tuned for that. But otherwise, that is, I think, going to be pretty much it, I think, that I have to say. Have a great day, people, and until we bow again, I'll catch y'all later.